Hello and greetings and salutations, my friends, fellow goof people, fellow imagination connoisseurs. Welcome once again to another very goof live stream. I am your host, Tom Jr. Jackson, and this is part of the Something Something Chat Show with Tom Jr. Jackson Presents. And as always, please remember like, comment, subscribe, share this stream. Also, June 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the channel, I'm interviewing Maria Espino, who is a CEO. She's of a gaming company. She's a filmmaker. She's a friend of the channel, and I'll be interviewing her June 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on the channel. And I hope you are all doing well today. As you know, I'm in the Northeast. I'm in Connecticut. And the weather has not been that great. The weather has been okay. I mean, it's been sunny, but it's been very cloudy, very, what's the word I want to look for? Sunny, very, not foggy, smoky. Because down here in Connecticut and in Connecticut and New York, and even in Rhode Island, we are getting the smoke from all the Canadian wildfires, and that's just it's terrible. We have constant air quality alerts going on and off, on and off. So it's it is what it is, but hopefully the people in Canada can get those fires under control, and that everybody is safe and not in any danger from those wildfires. I want to apologize for being late today. I went out this morning. I didn't get back till almost 1:15, so I pushed the stream a bit late to 1:30 so I could have my lunch and not have to eat while doing the stream, because that's just awkward and weird. But if you're eating and having your lunch, welcome and enjoy. And as always, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and then also check out the channels that are listed down below, which is the Burnett Work, Positive Fandom, and After the Sequels. And speaking of Positive Fandom, today at 5 p.m. Eastern, no, I think it's 6:15 p.m. Yes, 6:15 p.m. Eastern, 3:15 p.m. Pacific on Positive Fandom. There's going to be a live watch party for the movie Midway in honor of Memorial Day. They did Pearl Harbor. Today it's Midway. So hopefully we hope to see you there as well. What else has been going on? Well, let's talk about Amazon. Shall we? I ordered Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and it's available everywhere. It's been available for the past week or so in stores, and I still haven't gotten my copy. I called the other day and they said, oh, it's just late. It's just late. Okay. And so then I look, and on the website it said, on Amazon it said, this should be going out by the 20th of June. And so I was looking at it. I was talking with my mother today, and I was telling her about it. She was asking me about it. I went to look up the description, and on the actual page on Amazon, it said it was available and it could be delivered by tomorrow or something like that. Like, oh, that's interesting. How come I haven't gotten it yet? So I called them up. I said, look, here's the story. Why haven't I got it? Hello, RM from Positive Fandom. So Amazon has said that they'll ship out my Dungeons and Dragons on the 20th, along with Avatar 2, which I'm getting in 3D, and the Funko Pop that I ordered. So it just makes sense, they said, to do it that way, so there's less shipping time. You know, less packages go out. Thank you very much. Yes, I am. I am. I went out this morning with my mother. We went to the store and she had to go look for a dress for my niece. Can't find one. So I came home a bit late. So I pushed the show to 1:30 so I could have my lunch. Thank you, Fletcher. And folks, don't forget today is it 6? I believe it's 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. On Positive Fandom, there is a live watch party for Midway. I think it's either 6 or 6:15. So it's join RM and Darth Plato as we enjoy Midway, and hello Irene. And Midway, which is directed by Roland Emmerich, who did what did he do? Independence Day 2, Moonfall. So yeah. So the other day I was in Walmart and just completely by surprise, I like to go and see what new stuff is out in case, I have it on order from Amazon and it's not going to come out till it's supposed to come out, whatever. If I can get it early enough, I'll get it and then cancel my Amazon order. And I didn't even know this was coming out this week. So this week I picked up the Super Mario Brothers movie. Let's just do it like this. The Super Mario Brothers movie got it on Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray DVD, and it comes with a digital code. I love the Super Mario Brothers movie. This is still in theaters, too, by the way, folks. Still in theaters. So it's getting money from theaters. It's getting money from being on digital to rent at home. And also, now you can pick it up. And this was, I believe, $24, something like that. So, and it's worth it. It's such a fun movie. But did Turtles come with it? I really would have loved to if they would have included like some Turtles and stuff. But no, I just got the movie itself. I have to do it this way because otherwise, if I do it like this, you don't see it. Then it disappears. Ooh, magic. That's how it's called, magic. And then that same day, I got my pre-order from Amazon, which was Renfield, with Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. And if you don't remember, Nicolas Cage did the Weatherman, and Nicholas Hoult played his son in it. So this is sort of a reunion of this. And I was reading up on this movie, Renfield. This was supposed to be a direct sequel to the 1931 Dracula. And if you watch it, you can tell, because Renfield tells his backstory of how he met Dracula, and they inserted Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage into scenes from the 1931 Dracula. So the scene where the Renfield walks into the Dracula castle, and Dracula is coming down the stairs. He's by the stairs and he's holding the candles. It's Bela Lugosi's body, but Nicolas Cage's head, which I found very interesting. So they imposed it. They did all its editing and they put him in it, and it was really neat. Renfield is, I have to say, one of the. It's a fun movie. It's fun. It's funny. It's bloody, very bloody, but there's a lot of action. Awkwafina's in it, and she is great in this movie. And there are a lot of nods to the original 1931 version of Dracula. But the great thing about this movie is that, and looking this up, Nicolas Cage has always said, since he began acting, there were 3 roles he's always wanted to play: Dracula, Captain Nemo, and Superman. And he says he's too old to play Superman now, but he's finally got to play Dracula, and he wants to play Captain Nemo in 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So that's going to be cool if he's ever allowed to do that. Because Nicolas Cage is over the top. Nicolas Cage has got a movie coming out called Sympathy for the Devil, which looks amazing. So look up that trailer, Sympathy for the Devil. And then there's another movie coming out. It doesn't have to do anything with Nicolas Cage, but it looks so outrageous. It's a throwback to teen comedies in a way, of those high school angst type movies. And it's called Bottoms, Bottoms, Bottoms. And it's about these girls who are always picked on, and then they decide to start a fight club so they can beat up the football players that are harassing them. And it looks, this movie is R-rated, and there's a red band trailer for it out. It literally looks like someone saw Joyride and said, "Oh, that's cute. Hold my beer." This movie goes all out. It's all out. And it looks fun. And I shared the, as a matter of fact, I have a phone here, and I could actually share it in the chat, I believe. Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, that's what I hear. Which, by the way, that's one of the DVDs I have, is John Schnapp's great documentary of Whatever Happened to Superman Lives. And that's a great documentary about what happened to Tim Burton's Superman movie with Nicolas Cage. And in it, they go into the whole story about Kevin Smith writing that script, and how the producer John Peters had all these what's the one I'm looking for? All these standards of how the movie should go, of how it what's the word I'm looking for here? Of what he wanted to see in it. Like, he didn't want to see Superman fly. He didn't want him to wear the cape. And he had to fight a giant spider. And so I think Kevin Smith tweeted that out. And James Gunn goes, "Okay, good. 2 giant spiders. Got it. But that documentary that John Schnapp did about the making of whatever happened to the Superman Liz movie. The great thing about it is, and I'll have to find it and I'll show it next time. It's autographed by John Schnapp, and my name, if you watch the credits of that documentary, people who donated money, my name is in there of donating. Okay, I'm back. So I didn't know Rob then when it came out, when that was all made and stuff. And I think, so I gotta go back and look. So I think Rob may have donated to that, but Rob and John Schnepp were very close friends. So yeah, okay. So let me find that movie here. Hang on here. Here we go. Bottoms trailer. So I'm gonna put in the chat the link for Bottoms. Okay, let's see here. Copy link. Copying the link. And now I want to go back to, I'm leaving YouTube and I'm going back to YouTube. No, not doing that. Here we go. Yes, this time it's for real. Okay, here we go. So if anybody, sorry again, I have the weirdest internet, very crappy internet, but there in the link, there in the chat, I just put the link for the Bottoms trailer. Sorry for freezing again, folks. Yeah, so now I can see what I'm doing. So, how is everyone today? Irene Jobson, it is good to see you again in the chat. Fletcher, great to see you. RM as well. It's great to see you all. I hope you are all well. Excuse me. I hope you are well. Tom and Black Panther, we never freeze. Yeah, I still smell it too. And like all day yesterday and into last night, I was getting those air quality alerts. So the air quality still not the greatest. I was wearing my mask today when I went out. It's terrible, and I really hope that the people in Canada who are affected by the wildfires are okay. You know what I mean? I hope no one has gotten hurt from it or anything like that, and hopefully they can blame Canada. hopefully they can rectify that and take care of it as well. So today at 4:15, I go and I get my ears cleaned, which I'm very excited for. I love getting my. Honestly, Q-tips are not the way to clean your ears, because when you use a Q-tip, you're really pushing that wax into your ear, and you don't realize it. And what I do is I go to an ear doctor, and they clean out your ear, and it is like the itch that you've always wanted to itch, but you can never itch. And sometimes they even use if it's all wet and whatever in there, they use a little suction thing and suction it up. And yeah, but the only downside to them cleaning out the ears is that once they're clean, everything is so loud, just very loud. It's like hearing for the first time. Am I watching No, I'm not watching Transformers, and I'll tell you why. Because every single showing of it, I would have to sit up at the front and stare up at the screen. I'd be up like row A is where every seat is available, row A. And so I was going to go to Mystic, Connecticut, and there it's row A. And then I said, oh, I'll go up to Providence. And I thought, hey, I'll take the train and just to go up there and take it, because it's easier than driving. You know what I mean? You don't want to take 95 during the summer. So just to take a train and it's the tickets were more than the train ride itself. But I'll end up seeing it. I'll see it when I get a chance. But I do have my tickets for next week. I'm going to see Flash. Also, next week, this chat, the Very Live Goof stream, is on Wednesday, because Thursday I am going. I'm going to be away for the day, and then Friday I'm going to see the Flash, and I'll be back later that day. And maybe I'll do a review later that day. I don't know yet. I know. Well, listen, King Tannic. Sitting up in front of the screen, like right up front, not my idea of fun. Not my idea of fun. Hello, Retro Nerd Girl. So wonderful to see you as always, folks. Please check out. Let's see here. Check out Retro Nerd Girl's channel. Maybe check out King Tannic. Maybe give him a chance. No. Check his channel out, folks. He's got a great channel. And today he has on the Burnett Work. Is it going to be at 5 or 9 today? I don't know what time today it'll be on there. But subscribe to Burnett Work. Turn on that notification light, and you'll know when the Otaku Experience with King Tannic comes out. I want to give a big happy birthday to King Tannic, who recently celebrated a birthday as well. Let's see here. So, yeah. But other than that, I am doing well. All right, 2 p.m., 5 p.m. All right, so 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And then at 6:15 Eastern, 3:15 Pacific on Positive Fandom is the Midway Live Watch Party with RM and Darth Plato. Okay, here we go. And hello to Thomas as well. Yeah. And as always, folks, please check out and subscribe to Positive Fandom, especially if you're rewatching the stream. I am doing well, The Hidden. Good to see you. Subscribe. No, not. Oh, thanks. Okay, I thought you were calling me Tom Hanks. No. I'm not Tom Hanks. And as always, all and down below in the links and the description. Positive Fandom after the sequels. And I have done this again. Mother. And now I am back. Thank you all for putting up with my weird internet. Let's see here. Six. All right. There we go. And again, June 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, right here on the channel. Check out this stream, not this stream, but check out this channel on June 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, while I interview Maria Espino. We're going to talk about her being a CEO of a gaming company and what it's like to do that, and things that she's worked on, and her new fan film, The Chosen One, which is a Star Wars fan film. You're welcome. Yeah. So, other than that, why is this titled A Very Goof Live Stream? It's the only thing I could think of. And also, it sounds like like one of those after-school specials on a very special episode. One of those things. And I just thought it would be funny. It just what it is, I guess. I mean, if you could come up with something better, you're more than welcome to put it out there. But as I said before, I picked up the Mario Brothers movie the other day. And then I got my Winfield. And there he is, Darth Plato, the resident historian of the Burn Network. Which, by the way, if you are a member of the Burn Network, if you're a member of the Burn Network, this weekend there is a members only live stream, the Zoom call with Robert Meyer Burnett, where you folks can get your 7 minutes in heaven with Rob. That's right. You can tell Rob how you feel. You can talk about life. You can do whatever you want, but you can't, you know, decide to moon everybody because they will shut you down like that. A berry juice live stream, yes. Hi, Darth Plato. And as always, check out Retro Nerd Girl's channel. She has great live streams. She does great live streams about the cartoons of your youth. She does watch parties as well. I think the last one she did was it Crow? Oh, that was the one before that. Yes, I am excited for The Flash because there's a secret ending to it. No one knows what the ending of this film is. No, I'm not skipping it for medical well, if the medical reason is sitting at the front of the theater in row A, where the screen is like this, it's like up to your face, that would be, yeah. But no, I refuse to sit in row A. Yes, Michael Keaton is Batman. I'm very excited for that. I think it's great. And Michael Keaton, he's like revisiting all his old roles. You got Michael Keaton revisiting Batman, and now he's going to be revisiting Beetlejuice, which he's saying it's the most fun he's had making a movie in a long time. And they're doing it exactly the way that they did the original film. Yeah, I don't like front row seats. I like to sit at the back, in the middle of the row, in the back, where you're close enough to where the speakers are behind you, so you can get that rumbling feeling as well. That's right. Beetlejuice 2 is coming. Yeah, I did the front row once. I went to a movie theater with my parents to see Dead Poets Society. The theater was so packed. They had, and maybe I'm not remembering this right, but I sort of remember they had folding metal chairs, the folding metal chairs in the front aisle. And that's right, with Jenna Ortega. Yeah. Oh, I think King Tannic has got this discussion down pat. Which, by the way, Rob said last night, I go, Rob, you going to do a show? Yeah, I think at midnight, 9 p.m. Pacific. Never did it. So, Robert Meyer Burnett, we're calling you out. You're canceled, sir. You're canceled. No, I'm kidding. You're not canceled, sir. No. I have that Bourne film with Jeremy Renner on Blu-ray, but all the other Bourne films I have digitally. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But there's a YouTube channel. I recently I watch, you know, on and off, and it's called Chris the Girl. That's CRIS the Girl. And I was watching a video the other day, and I saw a piece of it, and I went, "Ooh, that looks pretty cool." So I went back, screenshotted that clip, the image that I saw in it, and then I made her on Twitter. I made her a Twitter header, the Twitter banner for her page, and I put that picture on it for the background and stuff, because apparently, uh, stores are starting to get Halloween stuff. The craft stores are starting to get their Halloween stuff. Very slowly but surely, you're going to start seeing Halloween stuff and fall stuff start coming in the stores. And it's coming earlier and earlier and earlier. And there's a reason for that. Oh, all right. Thanks for coming, Fletcher. Yeah, have a good one. So, yeah. And in a few weeks, about a month, August, maybe? August will be Mickey's Not So Scary Party. And then maybe towards the end of August into September, you'll start getting Halloween Horror Nights. All right. I will see you later for your live stream. Do I think Ted Cord? Okay. About that hidden, I believe there is a mention of him in it, but I think Susan Sarandon is playing his wife. His wife. Yeah. Now, could you folks just give me 1 second for a minute? 1 minute. I think I hear someone at the door. So, excuse me a moment, and I'll be right back. And if the thing should happen to cut out again, don't go anywhere. I will fix it. Be right back. And we are back. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. I don't know. I don't know about the Flash. Flash being Blue Beetle, maybe. I don't know. I mean, from what I hear, Flash is great. Rob's seen it. A lot of people have seen it. I say it's great. I don't know. I don't really know much about Blue Beetle to really comment on it. I've only seen one trailer so far, but I'm interested in seeing it. You know, I'll see it. Jesus, well, that's the thing. The director said that he would not recast the Flash, which some people are okay with, some people are not okay with it. You know, if he, I mean, if they have been really working on themselves, Ezra Miller has been doing what they say they've been doing, then I don't mind him coming back. You know, but you have to see the person make the effort to want to change, you know, and if that effort can be shown and be seen, that person is willing to work on themselves and change, then it's all good, you know. Yeah, but the thing about Black Adam is, and I have it on Blu-ray. The thing about Black Adam is that I didn't know the character that much, and I didn't know much of the side characters as well. And I think really what they should have done was had Black Adam been in Shazam like he was supposed to, I think people would have gotten to know who he was, because he's really it's like the yang to Shazam's yin, and they're really enemies, and that would have worked out because apparently they wanted Black Adam and Shazam too, and you know, he said no, I'm not doing that. I think some people achieve a certain height in their career, and they start to think, well, I do great movies, I can get this done, I can get that done, I want this, I want that. And you think you're doing it for your fans, but you're really doing it for yourself. and that's almost like a version of self masturbation in a way, I guess you would say. You know, again, yeah. But it's good to see Irene in the chat today. Always great to see Irene show up and support the channel. I'm up to 143 subscribers now, I believe. I've hit the 100 hours so far. So we're getting there, folks. And once I get to, you know, the amount that I need, I can get monetized. I think what I should do, and I'll probably look into it, is yeah, Tiger Paws is a no-show. Yes, that is more than 69. See, the other number that Irene really loves is 88, because you get 8 twice. You're an extra as what? Oh, which mountain? Yes, and I've seen The Rock wrestle. Oh, let me. Do I think? Do I think? Do I think the? Do you think Black Adam's live-action movie used too many DC characters instead of focusing on main characters? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. It's hard to say. All right, so let me tell you. Let me tell you a story about seeing The Rock wrestle. All right. So, oh god, this had to been more like 20, almost 20 years ago. And The Rock, I believe it was for Monday Night Raw. And I went with a friend up to Providence Civic Center, which is now known as the Duncan Center. And I went to see wrestling. And, you know, we saw the whole thing. We saw The Rock come out, wrestle, and everything like that. And that was great. And these people were told, do not throw things into the ring. Well, as soon as the event went off the air, people started chucking your garbage into the ring. Vince McMahon comes out, starts yelling at people. That was the night I was there to see that Monday Night Raw. So this is before Rey Mysterio joined the WWE. Someone had a Rey Mysterio mask. They took that away. China was still alive. Someone had a sign and they were holding it up, and they made them. I guess someone came and took it away because it said, "I was born in Fa, China." Vachya, Fa, China. Um, and the cool thing about China is that she actually followed me on Twitter, and like I had conversations with her. You know, she would direct message me, and we would have these conversations and stuff. She was very, very nice. But I'll tell you this: in Warwick, Rhode Island, there used to be a place called the Tent, and it was like this. It was like a tent, but it was like this building that looked like a tent, and they would have wrestling there. All right, they would do wrestling matches there, and to see these wrestlers who they could barely go up on the top ropes because here would be the ceiling, and so they'd have to worry about hitting their heads. So they'd get up there and they'd be like this, you know. And I don't know if many of you remember this wrestler named Mark Henry, who was the strongest man in the world. He actually ended up doing the strongest man competition. Mark Henry. So in this place, you could yell. You could be on over here, and directly across, you could hear someone. So it was like a round space. Not that many people could sit in there, but you know, it was like the last event they ever had there. So I would be, I guess, myself, my friend, and another friend went. And so I start yelling things to Mark Henry, this giant, big, black wrestler. Big black guy. Just like he looked like he could beat the crap out of me, really. And so I start yelling things like, and why don't you go have another pie? Or, you know, I just start hurling insults at the guy. I know what you're thinking. Tom, were you drunk? No, I wasn't drunk because I thought I was hilarious. And so I out of all my yelling things, at one point, I yelled something to him, and I can't remember what it was. The guy's this big black guy, Mark Henry. He's in the ring, and he shoots me a look like I'm gonna come down there and kill you. This guy had the craziest look in his eyes, and my friend looks at me and he goes, "Oh, great. Now we're going to die tonight because of you, Tom." He goes, "Don't do that anymore. He can hear you." I'm like, "No, he can't." And my friend goes, "He's looking right at you." And I'm looking, and this guy's looking at me like this. And you could see it in his eyes, like, "Don't make me come down there." Yeah. Yeah, when I was in high school, I went to a school in Madison, Connecticut called the Grove School, where I had to live there. And we would go to the, New Britain Red Sox games. And I remember we went there, and one of the students that was with us was hitting on this woman. I mean, like really hitting on her. And it wasn't me, but I mean, he was really hitting on this woman. And it turned out that this woman was the wife of a baseball player. And I'm like, you do know that's she's married and that's his wife. And the guy's like, yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm like, the dude works with baseball bats. I look at the kid and I go, do, do you know what happens when someone who works with baseball bats gets angry? I mean, we had a student there who, God, he must have been about 15, 16. He could never go to New Haven, Connecticut because some bookie named Marcus, not Marcus, is it Marcus? I think it was Marcus or something like that, was looking for the kid. Yeah. All right, so I went to the Pawtucket Red Sox, which is the where the double A or triple A team for the Red Sox played. And oh God, what's his name now? Mo, 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 Mo. God, I can't remember his name. Not was it Bojack? No, it wasn't Bo Jackson. It was Mo something. I can't remember who it was, but I remember seeing players before they became big. I remember we used to go to the Walter Payton charity matches where you'd have football players play against college students in basketball. And I have a friend who's really big into sports, still is. Like he could, you give him a date, he could tell you, who played what, whose birthday it is, what congressman's birthday it is, from which state. And I remember this is like the early 90s, so probably about 90, I want to say 91, 92. And he had us go through this hotel that we were at, watching this charity basketball game. He had us going in the elevators, going up and down the rooms and stuff, because Deion Sanders, who was still in college at the time, was supposed to be there, and he wanted to meet him. Mo Vaughn, that's it. Mo Vaughn. That's who I saw. I saw Mo Vaughn before he became big, and he was playing the Triple A. Yeah, I remember that. I remember him playing for the Pawtucket Red Sox. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool to see that. Yeah, I remember Clemens pitching, and I remember um, yeah, I remember going to a lot of sports games when I was in high school. Like I went to some hockey games. It was the Hartford Whalers. And the thing I remember going to see the Hartford Whalers was I was sitting next to one of the staff, and he goes, "I'm going to go get up and get myself something to eat and drink." I go, "Okay." So he gets up, walks off, and I'm sitting in my seat, and all of a sudden I start hearing Yellow Submarine playing, and I turn my head, and there's this guy in a, I don't know, chicken costume or something like that. No, yeah, like a bird costume, and he just hands me a Subway sub, and then walks off. Now, the opposite side of that story is just that the staff that was sitting next to me was going to get the drink and stuff. And he hears row, blah, 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 seat, blah, blah, blah. He's like, row, blah, blah, blah. He goes, That sounds like my row. Seat blah blah blah. That sounds like the seat on there. So yeah, I split my grinder with him with the staff. Yeah, but here's the thing: when writing your own story, your life story, is can you remember certain things? And I've always thought if I was ever going to do that, I'd want to get myself hypnotized and have them say, "You remember everything in your life." And then what I would do is tell my whole life story into a like little tape recorder and just record it, and then listen back and then just type it all up. I've always thought that's how I would do it. Oh, Lasorda. I remember Tommy Lasorda. Yeah, I remember Lasorda. Um, I remember Lasorda doing the what was it? That the weight loss thing, and I can't remember which one what it was called. I remember Lasorda doing it. I remember Phil Phil Rizzuto, uh, former Yankee Phil Rizzuto, doing the Money Store commercials. Holy cow! What a hit! The Money Store. Yeah, I remember Phil Rizzuto as well. But yeah. San Diego has had their Comic Con, and then it became something more than what it should have been. You know, it became more than what it is. You know, it's Comic Con is bigger than what it is. You know, I was asked the other day by the Hidden about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It just hit me now because of thinking of that and what I thought of it. And I put there is a review for it on my channel. Yes, Thomas says my life story would be about being the son of a former mafia gangster turned the most well-known Vegas poker dealer. Well, there's a man on Twitter, not Twitter, on YouTube, Mike Franceschi. Let me see here. Um, let's see here. Mike. Michael. His name was Michael. Um, I'll put it down into the chat there. His name is, if I can figure out how to write it here, Michael. Okay. So that name I just put into the chat. That guy right there, that guy's name right there, he was in the mafia. He has a YouTube channel. Look up his YouTube channel. Write down the name, look up that channel. That guy does some really, really good interviews with people about being in the mob and what it was like to have been in the mob. And he talks to Chaz Palminteri as well. Yeah. Which, by the way, in Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, there's that line where Spider-Man 2099 or whatever his name is, or 1999, makes the comment about Doctor Strange and Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And that line was not, they didn't get permission from Marvel to use that line. They didn't go to Kevin Feige. And Lord and Miller said, they didn't want to bother Kevin Feige about it because, excuse me, not only was he a fan of the first one, but he would have probably said, yeah, go ahead and use that line. So they just used it anyways. And yeah, that was really cool. Well, if you really want to see like intense YouTube intense YouTube channel, look up that guy. He does some great tell some great stories. That's great. And I believe you can already pre-order the Steel book for Into the Across the Spider-Verse as well. Well, that's pretty cool. Excuse me. I've been to the Statue of Liberty. That's a fun trip. Well, what do you want to know about? Well, what do you want to know about Beyond the Spider-Verse? Like, what would your... Hello, Forest Unleashed. Welcome. What would your question be about Beyond the Spider-Verse? I don't know much about it. All I know is there are more spider people that you're going to be seeing in this film. I think I remember you mentioning that, Irene, for the Pearl Harbor. When am I gonna watch what? Oh, into the Spider Verse. I've across the Spider Verse. I've already seen it. Okay, I've seen that. The reviews on my channel. Um, yeah, I don't know who that is, but let's see here. So, okay, how about? Well, excuse me. Okay, where is it? Oh, no, I got rid of the comments. I don't want the comments. I want to see the comments. There we go. Yeah. Um. I'm just interested in seeing how. I mean, how did I put it? All right. Oh, well, that could be, and maybe that may very well be the case. Um. Yeah, I think that could be the case. It sounds like a good reason to do that. To have him be the villain, a match that went from one universe to the other, hunting Spider-Man for bad reasons. Yeah, yeah. The D-Day anniversary was the 6th. Yeah, the 6th. Um, like I know. Yeah. Um, I'll say this about the Spider-Verse. Now I remember what I was trying to say. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. And there comes a point where you start feeling like the movie is getting to be a bit long. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, this movie is starting to feel a bit long. And then it gets to the end, and then there's that cliffhanger ending. And you're like, I want more. I don't want it to end. So the 2 hour and 20 minute time runtime on the film fits in really well. It works great with how it is. It makes you go, okay, this is long, this is long. All right, boom. It's now going to be um it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It feels long, and then you get that ending, and it's like, I want more. And now you got to wait till next March, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. Well, it's funny you say that. I think there might have been. There could have been. But I did like Spider Punk. But I loved all the different styles of animation in the film as well. It just like the first one, the whole film itself is a work of art. And I really hope at some point I can get the art and making of Into the Spider-Verse, and then also Across the Spider-Verse. Because I would love to look at the storyboards and the concept art, and then learning about who they wanted in the film and who they couldn't put in the film. Because that very last scene of Into the Spider-Verse, you see Miles Morales in bed, and he's got his hands like this. And then you hear Gwen coming back saying, "Hey, you want to get out of here for a while?" And that's the only scene in Across the Spider-Verse that was changed. It was changed to show, instead of it being from the end of the movie, they changed it to where Miles is older, so you have that time jump instead. They said that this will work better if they do it like this. If we do it like this, and it does work a lot better that way. Because, excuse me, because then you can use the line, "Well, why didn't you come see me? Why did it take so long?" So yeah. Yeah, I actually have two of them. I have Miles and I have Gwen. And no, and for those of you who have not seen Across the Spider Verse, I'll give you this. There is no mid credit scene. There's no post credit scene as well. There's none of those. All you see is the screen goes black and it says Miles Morales will return in, and then it switches to Beyond the Spider Verse, March 2024. And no, it didn't need it. There was almost a end credit scene with the spot, but I do love how they've incorporated the live action stuff. They've incorporated the Venom stuff. It's all so connected now. I love it. Do you think Sony could pull? Well, could they pull off a live? Do you think Sony could pull off a live solo action with Madam Web movie. Well, it depends on how they do it, you know? And with all the, excuse me, all the rumors going around about it, that it's supposed to involve a younger version of Spider-Man's parents, and there are going to be two Madam Webs and all that stuff. I don't know, but I would like to see it. I would love to see how it turns out. It sounds like it will be, excuse me, it'll be a lot of fun. It sounds like it'll be a great film. Yes. I think it just said Thor will return. Hold on, let me think here. Yeah. I think that's what it said. Thor will return. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how they handle that with the character being blind and paraplegic. But I want to see it. Let's see here. Let's see. Madam Web. Madam Web comes out next year. February 16th, 2024. Oh, no, I'm not offended. All right, folks. Well, we're coming up close to the 1.5 hour mark. And I think that's going to be all for today. And you'll find the hidden. You're fine. I want to thank you all for watching. And as always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the hidden. I want to thank Retro Nerd Girl. I want to thank Positive Fandom, Irene Jacobson, The Force Unleashed, and anybody who's watching the replay as well for coming. And until tomorrow, when we do Funko Friday, I'll see you then. So remember, we are all goof people, folks. You have yourself a great day. Bye.